It's Uppity Unicorn, aka UU, aka W, aka Big Ups. Here for Hot Tea called me Ups, and I was like, ah. My niece actually used to call me Up because I'm so tall. I'm a giant in real life. So she still does it. It's so cute. But when she was a baby, she couldn't distinguish between wanting to get picked up and calling me Up. So she up, up. I want up. And sometimes that's I want to be picked up. Other times that's I want the tall one. Anyhow, I want to talk about this Rotten Tomato situation. Boo, tomato, tomato, tomato. The new couple, Ken and Latrisha. First, let me say I think they're cute together. I think it's very clear that they're very soft on one another, and I think their love is sweet. But they were like watching paint dry. When I tell you, I had to go and watch Diana Rose in Clone. I didn't even finish the episode, I'll be honest. I went to watch Diana Rose in Clone. I enjoyed myself, and with that enjoyment, I carried that mood over to finish the show because it was that boring. Um, I think there's something to be said for women getting on the show who have slept with Martell. It's giving slept my way onto the show. It's giving slept my way to the top. Me personally, I'm not a slut shamer, so I don't actually think that's a bad thing. But I think that has more to say about Martell and Carlos than anybody else. I don't think that's a big deal on, Latrisha herself or Latrisha something. Okay, them Southern name, Lord have mercy. Them Huntsville names be similar. Marceau, Maurice, and Latricia, Letitia. Lord, I mean, the creativity, man. I need a Shakandria up in there. I need a Boom Shika. I need I don't know, Laquania. I don't know, Aquanica. Anyhow, they were like watching paint dry. And here's the deal. I think that they have potential. I'll say that. I do believe that they have potential to improve. Oh my goodness, Latricia's voice is so hard to listen to. I mean, she's neck and neck with Letitia, and I never thought it possible. I never thought there would be a voice that was nails on a chalkboard like Wanda and Letitia until Latricia got on the show. And here's the deal, Latricia seems like a sweetheart. She seems like a genuine sweetheart. I'm not here to attack her character or what. People are alleging that she's still married. And there was a great big conversation about how, when women are separated, women are just like, all right, you can move on. He's an abusive man anyway. But when men are separated, women are like, wait. He's a married man. He's married until he's divorced. He's married until he's divorced. Remember that big fight between Nene Leakes and Kim Zolciak? Close your legs to married men. Trash box. And it was just like, okay, so Big Papa is separated. And, what are we doing with separation? What are we doing when people have moved out? And we talked in Wente Talks Patreon about how you can sue people for touching on your spouse when y'all are separated, right? You can sue people for that. In the Army, it's absolutely illegal. However, just like you can do that, you can do the opposite. And I mentioned in another video that when Kim and Kanye West were going through their divorce, it was so lengthy she had to file for legal separation status, giving her the right to date Pete Davidson without Pete being able to be sued or something by Kanye. So there's that as well. I personally think it's a case-by-case basis. I don't think it all is tantamount to cheating. I know when Melody moved out of her house and consulted 4 different lawyers and was really done with Martell, and she said something about she started dating. You don't have to sleep with people to date them, but I'm just like, whether she did or not, I'm not considering that cheating. I just don't. Sometimes you're only married in the legal sense of the word. Sometimes it's only by law because you're waiting to shake that weight out of your life. And there are so many pieces of red tape and yellow tape that keep you from finally being able to let that mess go. Like how, for example, when Melody was trapped with that last name Holt. I mean, by the time she was ready to get rid of it, she couldn't. I mean, there are just certain legal situations that will trap you on something by name. So it's just like, yeah, by name, I'm this person. But as far as my life and what's going on between me and God, nope, nope, not even a little bit. And I could also say the same thing in reverse. There are a lot of people in hoteptual agreements. There are a lot of people who don't have any, white man's paperwork. And they're just like, oh, we've been married 16 years. And I'm just like, no license. What are y'all talking about? But they take it seriously because these are vows that they've made and they're true to one another. So that is what it is. But you can tell when it comes to Carlos King that he's only ever been like graded in group work. Like him and his productions have always been a group assignment, because watching him flail his arms with Kingdom Reign, it shows where he is lacking. So for example, with this Ken and Latrisha, the better way to get us to give a damn about this couple was to introduce them as friends of the show. I mean, really, to take a page out of the book of, you know, Roa, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, introduce these people first. Let us see them at a party. Like how we saw Stormie. We saw Stormie 2 or 3 times on the show before she became a cast member. And I'll tell you what, it gave her an easier landing. Now, of course, her character determined that we wouldn't favor her, but we gave her a fair shot because we had developed some kind of care and concern for her, some kind of awareness and familiarity with her. And that's kind of what you got to do, because this Ken and this Latrisha, they didn't have to be boring, but the way that they were introduced, it's like, who are you and why should we care? So I kind of think the way that they were thrown onto the show is a bit of sabotage. Now, of course, they can make it out of that, and I do see that they do have reality TV potential, but Godspeed, because that voice on Latrisha is already hard enough to listen to. Um, I watched When Tay Talks, I watched Diana Rose. I'm just like, I watched everybody but the show. I watched other people watching the show. I watched everything but the show because it got so boring. I was just like, I can't do this. I can't get through this. Ain't no way. So that's all I got on that. Ain't got no mo. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I am Uppity and I am out of here. Some news fast.